Colorado Springs, it's time to get loud. Say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
It is time for the first competition of the day, JCB Racing. Our Monster Jam drivers have been seeded into a bracket based on a random draw. Up first, you will see 4 matchups where the fastest 4 drivers will move on to the semi-final round. Colorado Springs, who's ready for JCB Racing?
In the red lane, Zach Garner, Wild Side. In the black lane, Mark Hall, Raminator. This is the 9th matchup between these two drivers. In their competitions, Wild Side has won all 8 of them. So will that continue, or will Mark Hall be moving on? Here we go! Your winner, Zach Garner, Wild Side. Your winner in the first round of competition was Zach Gardner, Wild Side, moving on to the semifinals. In the red lane, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. In the black lane, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. This is the 4th competition between these two drivers. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, has all competition victories in JCB Racing against Angelina. Here we go! And your winner is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. In the black lane, Joe Dennis, Dragon. Facing off against Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Joe Dennis filling in for Cody Saucier this weekend. So a rare matchup between these two drivers. Let's do it. Your winners, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. He's facing off against Chad Tingler, Overboard. This is the 7th matchup between these two competitors, with Overboard winning 4 out of 2. Who gets this competition victory? Rammunition has been coming on hot late here in the series in racing and has himself his first victory of the series just a few weeks ago. Can he continue that today? We have Rammunition set at the line. They're going to restage here so we can get this competition going. Your last matchup of the first round. Rammunition is set. Overboard is set. And the lights go green. And your winner is Chad Tingler, Overboard. Taking a look at our JCB Racing Competition bracket wild sides. We got Rambonator moving on to face off against Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. That's your first matchup of the semifinals. The second matchup, you will see El Toro Loco taking on Chad Tingler, Overboard. The semifinals are set as we are trying to crown our first champion in our first competition.
It is time for the semifinal round of JCB Racing. Next up, you will see 2 of our matchups, and the fastest 2 drivers will move on to the final round. Colorado Springs, who's ready for JCB Racing?
If you think Zach Garner, Wild Sides, moving on to the finals, make some noise. Or will it be Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, moving on? Make some noise. Well, let's find out who will be moving on to our final round in JCB Racing. Zach Garner, Wild Side, getting set at the line. Gravedigger set. So here we go. Wildside will be moving on to the final round. And now we're going to find out who will be joining him as we get set for our second competition in the semifinals. If you think El Toro Loco's moving on to the finals, let me hear you. Or if you think it'll be Chad Tingler overboard winning this thing, get loud. Your second matchup of the semifinals. Who will be facing off against Wildside? Armando Castro or Chad Tingler? El Toro Loco or Overboard? They move to the line. El Toro Loco set. Overboard is set. Let's go racing! Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
It is time for the final round of JCB Racing. The winner of this matchup will not only earn the first 8 points of the day, but will be on top of the leaderboard in pursuit of the BKT Overall Event Championship. Colorado Springs, who's ready to meet your racing final contenders?
Yesterday's JCB Racing competition victor. Will he be able to repeat that again today? The youngest driver in the field at 23 years old, Zach Garner, Wildside. He's facing off against the man with the overall points lead, looking for his first series championship, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. I'm excited for this one. This is a rematch of yesterday's final, and it was a photo finish. Zach Garner, Wildside, was able to take down Armando yesterday. Does that happen again? About even in the competition. Zach leads the series with 9 wins, Armando with 8. Let's go! Photo finish coming down. We have our Monster Jam Tech and crew taking a look at it. You can see Armando thinks he won this thing. And he did win this thing. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, getting the victory. Denies Zach today. Taking out Wildside. Claiming the first 8 points of the afternoon. Armando Castro just taking it in a rematch of the racing finals. Wildside won it yesterday. Armando Castro says, get out of the way. I'm taking it today. An important weekend for him, Colorado Springs. We keep telling you, we're crowning ourselves a series championship. Armando Castro has a chance to take that. And he had to have a strong start. He does have a strong start. Let's give the man a mic and talk to him. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Armando, what an epic rematch between you and Zach Gardner, Wildside. And I can tell you, watching that race, it was so close. Talk me through your mindset when you were going through that race. I know how much you needed to pick up this win.
Oh, man, I'm super excited to take the first 8 points, man. As you guys can see, this dirt is very, very wet. It is so slick out here. It's you literally have to drive the truck, man. But I knew I had my hands full checking out Chad Tingler and, of course, Zach Garner. He got me yesterday, And I knew earlier today, he said, hey, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to work for it. And that's exactly what we did. But Colorado Springs, you guys enjoyed racing. Make some noise.
Armando, with this victory, you have now pulled ahead of Kristen Anderson Gravedigger by 23 points for the series championship. And up next is the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, where you have 31 victories in that competition. So you feel that puts extra pressure on you to come out and pick up another 8 points.
Oh, man, the more pressure, the better. You know, I tend to drive my best when I'm under pressure. I'm just having fun out here, man. If it's in my cards for me to win the series, I'll win it. But if not, it is what it is. I'm here to have a good time. I'm living my childhood dream right here in front of you guys. And, of course, man, being the only Latino, aside from Angelina Knock, es un honor estar aquí detrás de volante del Toro Loco, baby. Let's do it, baby. Arriba los Latinos. Man, if you're ready for some two-wheel skills, make some noise, Colorado!
Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, claims the first 8 points of the afternoon. So let's go ahead and take a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard and the standings as we make our way through the competitions. Oh, we will have the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills competition coming up next. So we're going to have that competition coming up next. That is going to be your first opportunity to score at judgeszone.com. It is my favorite competition. You're going to see stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, moonwalks, and a combination of all these moves. So Colorado Springs, you guys are the official judges and the official scorers. We are counting on you to name our overall event championship. That is a Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge coming up next. All right, Colorado Springs, you guys have been bringing the energy. You guys have been so loud today, so thank you for being out here and hanging out with us. You guys having a good time? Do we have any Broncos fans out there? Any Broncos fans with us today? I hear a few of you guys. How are y'all feeling about the Bo Nix pick? I just want to know. He's your new quarterback. Everybody feeling pretty good about that? One guy, Bo Nix is here. He's like, yeah! And we got Bo Nix in the house. Well, we want to have a whole lot of fun with you along the way. We're going to play a few games. So make sure that you're paying attention. We have our first game up, and it's called Name That Truck. So let's go ahead and name that truck, Colorado Springs. Take a look at the video board and tell me which truck you think it is. Building it right before your eyes. If you know it, shout it out. I think I might have an idea already. Putting it together on the screen. All right. Still bringing down some more puzzle pieces. If you know it, make sure that you're yelling it out. I hear some people yelling it. Just getting those last pieces in. I think you guys know which one this is. Colorado Springs. It's El Toro Loco. Good job, guys. Yes, it is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. That is the truck. So, like I said, we're going to be playing games throughout this event because we want to have fun with you as well. It's a party. So, let's go ahead and take a look at that point breakdown we were telling you about earlier because I want to see how this is playing out. On your BKT overall event leaderboard, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, claims the first 8 points, and Zach Gardner Wildside is in second with 7 points. Tied at third, Gravedigger and Overboard, and then tied at 5, each with 2 points, Dragon, Megalodon, Raminator, and Ramunition. So now let's get ready for our second competition. I already told you it is a Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, and I said the scoring is up to you, so to break down what you're going to be doing, let's catch up with Kimberly Cantoni.
Fans, this is your first opportunity to put your scores in at judgeszone.com. So make sure those phones are out now, and you've already entered the code COL. Now, at the completion of these attempts, you will have about 20 seconds to move that BKT tire to the score you feel our competitors have earned, then hit submit. It's the first 8 points on the line that you, the fans, will decide who it goes to. So Colorado Springs, who's ready for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge?
From Champaign, Illinois, Mark Hall, Reminator. Goes into a reverse popper on that first attempt, throws it into a wheelie. He has one more remaining.
Fans, put your hands together for Mark Hall, Reminator. Scoring is open for the first time today here in Colorado Springs. And now, fans, it is up to you. So we need you now to log in using that code COL and move that BKT tire up or down to the score you feel Mark Hall and Reminator have earned.
Mark Hall going for 2 reverse poppers on those attempts. And something to look out for here is the tackiness of the track. You know, with the cold weather coming in, it does affect how it's going to bite on those BKT tires. Thought he might have gotten a better bite with the track, but was unable to get into the reverse poppers like he wanted. Score on the board there for Mark Hall, Reminator, as he kicks us off in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills competition. From Sarasota, Florida, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. She goes for a reverse popper on that first attempt, unable to get the move that she wanted. She still has 1 attempt remaining. And it looks like she's going to go for it one more time. So let's see if she can pull it off on this second attempt.
Fans, put those fins together for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Time to head on over now to judgeszone.com because we need to get that score in. Remember, fans, you will decide for the remainder of the competition who will take home the next couple of 8 points. There is Angelina Knock out of her truck. She needs you all to get that score locked in.
You know, Kim, they've been in the Georgia red clay for the past few weeks. You know, we were there on the East Coast, and you can definitely see that this is a different traction, a different dirt for them out here in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, you're dealing with Colorado desert dirt here, and as Armando said earlier, that it's starting to get tacky and a little bit slick out there, and you can kind of see that with the pod right now during this competition.
Well, we'll see if that continues throughout, and you see Angelina Knock takes the lead with a 4.614. She's her second competitor in the Great Clips two-wheel skills competition. From Orlando, Florida, Joe Dennis, Dragon. Joe Dennis driving Dragon for us here. Cody Saucier was with us on the Arena Championship Series East. He made his transition to drive for Max D in the stadium competitions. So a 2023 Monster Jam University graduate in his first year of competition. This is the tightest track that he's had to compete on. So let's see how he does out here in these competitions. Joe Dennis, Dragon. Does a popper on the first attempt, so we've seen some reverse poppers. He says, you know what, I'm going to do it forward. He still has one attempt remaining. Dragon. Still lining it up out there on the track. Said it wasn't an attempt.
Wave those dragon wings for Joe Dennis, Dragon. Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com for Dragon, and fans, remember, the power is in your hands. You can also scan to score that QR code up on the video board, but remember, fans, you determine who the next 8 points will go to. So don't delay. Get your score in now.
Goes for two poppers on those attempts. The first one was a bit better, but once again, we're seeing that traction from this dirt come into play. Joe Dennis showing off those dragon wings. Score to beat is a 4.614, and the score for Joe Dennis, Dragon, is... He knew it. I love the dancing Joe. 6.464. You got a new leader, Dragon. From Chicago, Illinois, Kurt Kramer, Rammunition.
Make some noise for Kurt Kramer, Ammunition. Keep that enthusiasm going as you go to judgeszone.com. There is Kurt Kramer out of his Monster Jam truck. He wants a knockout score from you Monster Jam fans, so don't delay. Get those scores in now.
I think that's one of my favorite celebrations from any driver on any series. It's just the shadow boxing from Kurt. Says he brought his workout equipment with him on the road, so he's been throwing the shadow boxing moves in there at his hotel room. And, of course, being able to break it out for y'all here as well. 2 poppers for Kurt. Is he able to take the lead? The score to beat is 6.464. And the score for Ammunition is... taking over the lead, 8.1 for Kurt Kramer, Ammunition. Taking a look at the Great Clips two-wheel skills leaderboard, Ammunition leads all drivers with an 8.1. Joe Dennis Dragon is in second with a 6.464. Megalodon at third and Raminator at 4. But we still have 4 trucks remaining in this competition. And he took the JCB Racing Competition victory. Can he get another one? Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. You see the first attempt from El Toro Loco. He has 1 more remaining. This man's locked in. Let's see if he can pull off another maneuver out there. It's El Toro Loco.
Get those scores in now for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Fans, you know what to do. We need you to get those scores in now at judgeszone.com for Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. The next 8 points are in your hands. And out of his truck is Armando Castro.
Kim, he just seems locked into me, man. Doesn't he just seem relaxed out there? It looks like he's having so much fun, right, Kim?
Absolutely right. You can tell this is one of his favorite competitions, and he just excels perfection every time he comes out here in this challenge. What a way to make a statement.
Armando, you having a good time out there, man? Oh, he says he can hear me. All right, Armando. Calm down. A big weekend for him, and he knows it. The score to beat is 8.1. And the score for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, is... put him at the top! 9.853. You got a new leader, El Toro Loco. But he took this competition victory yesterday. Can he bump Armando Castro down to second in this competition and take the lead? It's Zach Garner, Wild Side. answers right back with a popper of his own. One attempt remaining for Wildside. Keep it going, Zach.
Together for Zach Gardner, Wild Side. Mazda fans, we need you now to go to judgezone.com as it is officially open for Wild Side. That QR code is up on the video board, and so is the code COL. Remember, it is up to you. So get those scores locked in now.
Zach Gardner, Wildside, answers right back with the same maneuver, almost the same exact run. On the second attempt, he was going for a combination move to almost throw it into a nose pick, it looked like. So he goes from those back BKT tires, throwing it to those front two. Once again, the traction comes into play. Was unable to get the bite that he wanted, but was still a great run. Even took off the steering wheel while he was in the middle of those maneuvers. The score to beat is 9.853. And the score for Wildside is good enough for second place, 8.567. El Toro Loco still remains your leader in this competition. From Stewart's Draft, Virginia, Chad Tingler, Overboard. See a great first attempt from Overboard. He still has one more remaining.
Let's hear it for Chad Tingler, Overboard. Remember, fans, it is now up to you to go to judgezone.com. You can take a look at that glued to the action replay of his first attempt. There is Chad Tingler out of his Monster Jam truck. He needs you all to have those phones out and to move that BKT tire to the score you feel he's earned.
You know, I think there's so much fun to watch, too, with Chad Tingler, because Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, and Wildside, they're, you know, strong drivers, more aggressive out there. You just saw the technical ability from Chad, how meticulous he is out there on the track, pulling off those maneuvers. It's just so technical, and you see the years of Monster Jam driving come into play. The score for Chad Tingler, Overboard, is 7.129, good enough for fourth place currently in this competition. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, still remains your leader, but we have one driver remaining. From Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Fans,
she going over? She even single?
Colorado Springs, put your hands together for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. A valiant attempt from the black and green wrecking machine, but fans, this is your final opportunity in this competition to get a score in. So we need you now locked in at judgeszone.com, making sure you get that BKT tire to the score you feel Kristen Anderson has earned.
On the first attempt, she went for that reverse popper, was unable to do so. So on the second attempt, she goes right back to it. Knowing that she needs a big score, she was trying to pull off a tombstone maneuver. Second attempt, she gets too far back, just puts too much power into it and goes over. The score for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is 7.903. Which means that your winner in the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills competition is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Back-to-back competition victories. Able to pull it off again. Let's catch up with them. Armando Castro.
Armando, I gotta tell you that I saw you watching intently in your Monster Jam truck as the remaining 3 competitors, all 3 of them so competitive in their own right, go out and compete. What was going through your mind and thinking, did you do enough to pick up this win?
Yeah, it's definitely nerve-wracking. Watching as the other competitors are coming out here, you try to put on your best performance you can, and I think I was very, very happy with what I did right there. And, Zach is so good at the 2-wheel skills. Kristen's up there as well. So I knew I had my hands full, but, man, I think tonight and today, it's our Toro Loco day right here, baby. I see all the bullhorns in the air, man. Every single time I step onto the track, I see each and every one of you guys on your feet, and that's what motivates me to come out here and tear up the track. Did you guys like the 2-wheel skills? Make some noise, Colorado!
Well, Armando, already it's been a perfect first half for you, and you are slowly pulling away with a series point lead, and there's a chance at some point this weekend it could be you crowned as the champion. So talk us through the emotions. How do you try to put the pressure of that aside as you come in here to try and continue your dominance?
Stay focused. I've been doing this 8 years. I've always been the black sheep. I've always been the underdog, and I like that. I love that I'm an underdog so I can come out here and talk with my truck. I'm going to bring my best game out here and have a good time, man. I really want to win this series, but it starts right here with you guys, man. You guys got to go on judgeszone.com, and of course, I'm here to represent all my people, man, mi Latino, mi raza. Aquí estoy por todos ustedes, man. We can do it. Así se puede. And, man, Colorado Springs, it's about to get wild, man. These FMX guys about to come out, come back and do some sky wheelies, and, of course, freestyle, baby. Let's make some noise, Colorado Springs!
Going back-to-back with his competition victories. Armando Castro looking strong out there, but how does it play out in the series standings? Take a look at the screen. He's now 26 points ahead of Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, with 1173. She's at 1147 as we're getting closer to naming our overall series championship, but he has to hang on. It is still anyone's game as we move forward throughout these competitions. It keeps coming into play. Kristen Anderson's going to have to lock in the second half of this competition if she wants to catch Armando Castro. And yes, I said second half of competition. Y'all, that was the first half of Monster Jam. It is now officially halftime, so go ahead and take a break. Head on over to the concession stands. Maybe stop by the merch stands, pick up a Spin Master, and we'll see you right back here soon after halftime with more Monster Jam and FMX.
Supercars of US FMX make out to the start. Before we get to the tunnel, we're going to put some big hands in the mountain there. All right, we'll put some practice on, kind of get a feel on the track. Starting with a big second place in the So, fans, if you're ready to see some high-flying action from our US FMX rider, make some noise! And then together, pause on the tracker. Tyler, Andy! making his way to the top series. For our second rider, Ryan Akron. Put your hands together for our third rider, Bill Wilson. And all that is securing a win in the next competition, our fourth rider, Steve Tate. You can see what was happening. As our riders make their way up to the pod, it is now time for the backstreet competition. Our company riders will only have one attempt to put down their best trick for you, my dear fans, as they fly through the sky from one end of the track to the other. Once they land their trick, JudgesZone.com will officially open for each rider, and it will be up to you, my dear fans, to move that BKT tire to the score you feel our riders have earned. It's bragging rights on the line, and your fans will decide. So if you're ready, let me know who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition.
This being started. Your first competitor up, Taylor Edens.
Coming out of the phone, we cannot be far away. You have to check the snow, eat this competition, don't go to the full out. Maybe you said about it, so we can hear a really catchy, very, this moving. No! Do it to that guy for us. The man from California.
JudgesZone.com is officially open in the backstreet competition and open for Taylor Edens. So fans, it is now up to you to move that BKT tire up or down to the score you feel Taylor Edens has earned.
A one-handed heart attack, that move right there. Kicking his legs up to the sky, holding onto the bike with one hand and flying through the sky. Good move for your first rider. But let's see what you guys thought about it. Colorado Springs, lock in those scores for Taylor Edens. And the score there on the board is 6.657. Getting us started, Taylor Edens. But up next, we have Wyatt Fontenot. That man coming from the Bayou of Louisiana. Bayou boy. This dude is gnarly on a bike, as they say. He's actually competed in X Games last year, so traveled around the world on a bike, and one of the best. He pulls off one of the sickest whips that you will see. So let's see if he goes at that move, kind of a signature move. Saw it yesterday, and it was just absolutely phenomenal what he was able to pull off.
Keep those cheers going as you go to judgeszone.com for Wyatt Fontenot. Remember, fans, you decide what the score will be and who will take home the second victory here in the best trick competition. So don't delay. Get those scores in now.
Wyatt Fontenot, that was terrific. That's so impressive, that whip right there. He's actually facing backwards when he comes out of the tunnel and is able to get it back down safely on the ramp. Is it enough to take that top spot? The score for Wyatt is, you got a new leader, 8.743, Wyatt Fontenot. But we have another competitor. Make some noise for Billy Wilson. Billy Wilson coming at you from Phoenix, Arizona. His fourth year in FMX. He actually started as a professional BMX rider before he was in FMX. He just said it wasn't fast enough for him. Let me just add a motor to this bike and then take it for a spin. So started in BMX, made his way to FMX in his fourth year competition. So let's see what the young man has planned for us here, trying to take out Wyatt as he gets ready to hit that jump ramp.
Scoring is now open for Billy Wilson in the best trick competition. So fans, make sure your phones are out and you're logged in at judgeszone.com. We need to know who's going to take home the second win, and it'll be up to you, the fans. The power is in your hands.
Pulling off a backflip, a great move from Billy Wilson, just takes it to a classic move. Is it enough to get on top of that leaderboard? Trying to take out Wyatt, but they're celebrating together on the pod. The score for Billy Wilson is not enough to take the top spot, 8.728. Wyatt hangs on, but we have one competitor remaining. Make some noise for Dean Paint. Dean Paint is from Paso Robles, California, not too far away. Traveling all over the world as well, from state to state. In his van, just riding bikes and living life. Your last competitor in the competition has a bag of moves like no other. So is he able to get this top spot? What does Dean have planned for us?
This is your final opportunity to get your scores in at judgeszone.com. For Dean Pate already has a victory in this competition, but it's all going to come down to this. Who will take the second victory? That'll be up to you fans at judgeszone.com.
Doing a flip with the heel clicker in between, so sticking his legs in between the handlebars, clicking those heels together, and getting it back down safely on that jump ramp. Great move from Dean Pate, but is it enough to take the top spot? That is up to you. Lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. And the score for Dean Pate is 9.434. Your winner in the FMX competition, Dean Pate. But you know what, guys? I mean, we've had a lot of fun, Kim. It's a Saturday. I think we should keep it going. What do you think?
I think we should keep it going, too. Looks like they're ready to keep it going. Colorado Springs, you want to see some more FMX action? Well, it is now time for the FMX Grand Finale, where our riders will begin a train formation. And the key to all this is that the louder you cheer, the higher they fly. So if you're ready to see them take to the sky in our Grand Finale, make some noise! Flying high through the sky, but we need to keep this energy going, Colorado Springs. You guys have been great all day, but we need to keep this energy flowing. So if you want to see more of our grand finale, make some noise! You know what, fans? You know what? I think they have one more in them. They're saying one more. Do you want to see them go around one more time? This needs to be the loudest you have been all day long. So if you're ready, Colorado Springs, make some noise! Put your hands together one more time for the superstars of US FMX.
Taylor Eddins, Wyatt Fontenot, Billy Wilson, and your FMX Best Trick competition winner, Dean Pate. So let's bring Dean to the pod and ask him some questions.
Fans, he is a back-to-back winner in this competition. Make some noise for Dean Pate. Dean, first you gotta talk us through that trick that got you the win.
Man, so that trick right there was called the backflip heel clicker. That took me probably 3 tries to learn it once I got my backflips down and all that, but without you guys not being loud out here, that's the way I conquered it. So thank you for showing up, Colorado Springs!
The fans have been showing up for you all weekend long so far. You are a 2-time winner this weekend already. So how special is it for you to have the fans go to judgeszone.com and choose you as the winner?
Man, it feels awesome. Last night they came out and showed up for me. This afternoon you guys showed up for me. So thank you for putting me on top, Colorado Springs.
Lastly, Dean, what is your advice to anyone out there that would love to be an FMX rider one day?
Man, to become an FMX rider, it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and really a lot of practice, and that's what I've done. I've been riding since I was 3 years old, and all I do every day is ride and practice. So it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, and that goes along with any other goals you guys want to conquer. So just stay focused and keep grinding. Thank you, Colorado!
The 2023 Monster Jam University graduate, Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
Put those fins together for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Scoring is officially open for the Sky Wheelie competition. And fans, remember, the power is in your hands. We need to see that vertical position as well as the height. Those are the 2 things you're looking for as our judges at judgeszone.com.
Angelina Knock with the strong sky wheelie. She took the competition victory yesterday as the last competitor. Fast forward to today, she's the first one coming out, trying to set the tone, as they say around here. She had a lot of distance on that jump, and the score for Angelina Knock, Megalodon, is 6.690. She says, okay. 6.690, kicking us off in the competition. Let's keep this thing going. Sky Wheelies. Also a 2023 Monster Jam University graduate, Joe Dennis, Dragon.
those dragon wings for Joe Dennis, Dragon. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Remember, you can also scan to score that QR code up on the video board. There is Joe Dennis out of his Monster Jam truck. He needs all of you to get his score locked in.
Flapping the dragon wings, and he did go flying on that attempt. Got some good distance and good height. Took him just a little bit to line up, but had some issues yesterday in this run, so he definitely wanted to get on that board with a strong jump. The score to beat is 6.690, and the score for Joe Dennis, Dragon, is... You got a new leader, 7.188, Dragon. He has 2 competition victories back to back. Can he get a third in a row? Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. You hear that engine shut off for Armando Castro, does refire. And as you see there on the pod, a few different obstacles he can go off of. So let's see which one he decides to use.
See those bullhorns for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. It's time to head on over to judgeszone.com. It is officially open for Armando Castro as he makes an appearance out of his Monster Jam truck. He needs all of you fans to not delay and get his score locked in.
Armando adding a little bit of theatrics to that jump as well, hitting the smoke at the same time that he flies through the sky. Score to beat is 7.188, and the score for El Toro Loco is... Put him at the top, 8.069. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco taking that lead. He's now the man to beat. But this kid knows how to jump as well. He's got some hops. Let's see if he can do it again. Zach Garner, wild side.
Remember, Monster Jam fans, we are looking for that vertical position as well as the height. And you can take a look at that super glued to the action replay there by Zach Gardner Wildside as you get your scores in now at judgezone.com.
He got some height on that one, Kim. That was a great jump from him. You saw that suspension go down. They actually have special suspension, right, that they put inside these Monster Jam trucks?
Absolutely right. Not only did he get the height, he got perfect vertical position, and those are the two things that we are looking for here in this competition. So what a standout for Zach Gardner.
The score to beat is 8.069, and the score for Wild Side is... You got a new leader, 8.445, Wild Side. He's on top of that leaderboard in the competition, so Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, will not be getting a third competition victory in a row. He's currently in second with an 8.069. Zach Gardner, Wild Side, takes over the lead. You see there in third, Joe Dennis had 7.188, and Megalodon is in fourth with that 6.690. But we still have 4 competitors remaining in our Sky Wheelie competition. Bringing out the heat, Kurt Kramer, Rammunition.
Together for Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. Fans, we need you now to head on over to judgeszone.com. Get your scores in now for Rammunition. Remember that code is COL. And time to move that BKT tire up or down to the score you feel Rammunition has earned.
You know, there's a few different obstacles out there on the pod. And that's what I think is interesting, watching each driver, seeing which one they're going to use to launch them into the sky. For myself, I would go off of the logs just to get a little more vert. But, you know, they keep switching it on each and every single driver. So keep that in mind when we continue through this competition. The score on the board, 6.373 for Kurt Kramer. Zach Gardner, Wild Side, remains your leader. She's blonde to the bone, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Transmission and sending it to the sky is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Fans, we need you now to head on over to judgeszone.com. Get that score in for Kristen Anderson as she makes an appearance out of her Monster Jam truck. She needs you all to get her score locked in now.
Those UNOH technicians are truly the best of the best. It's a transmission swap in, what was that, 20 minutes, Kim? How fast do they do that?
I actually timed it was about 15 minutes from the time that they started, when halftime started. So truly the best in all of Monster Jam. Shout out to Dustin Lamar and all of our UNOH technicians for getting this black and green wrecking machine back out in the competition.
Yeah, it took them 2 weeks to fix my transmission, so just a little bit faster
I
at
hear
15
that.
minutes. Yeah. So let's see. It was enough to get her on top of the leaderboard. Score to beat is 8.445. And the score for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is... Put her at the top! Taking over the lead with the 8.592. New transmission, who dis? Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is now the driver to beat. Your second to last competitor in the field, Chad Tingler, Overboard. Chad refires, getting ready to go. Second to last competitor in the field.
Absolutely sending it. Let's hear it for Chad Tingler, Overboard. Colorado Springs, you've been doing an awesome job all day, but we need you to keep up the great work at judgeszone.com. You can take a look at that replay on the super glue to the action replay of getting that vertical position there by Chad Tingler, Overboard.
Yeah, it's usually the driver that we hear about when he talks about Sky Wheelie competitions, that vertical position. Chad Tingler, I mean, this is an old school competition. We've been doing this since the beginning of Monster Jam, and Chad knows how to throw it with the best of them. So he really prides himself on his Sky Wheelies. Is it enough to take that top spot? The score to beat, 8.592. And the score for Overboard is 8.189, currently third place in the competition. Gravedigger still remains your leader with one truck remaining. Monster Jam Hall of Famer Mark Hall, Rivedator. The best for last. Let's hear it from Mark Hall, Raminator. Scoring is now open for the final time in this competition. And fans being able to send it to the skies, but we need you to send those scores on judgeszone.com, so don't delay. Get your scores in now for Mark Hall, Raminator. Wasn't as vertical as the other competitors, but definitely had the most distance and the height there. So it really comes down to what these fans want to see. And even makes an appearance. He's happy with that jump. Mark Hall, Raminator, your last competitor. The score to beat is 8.592. And the score for Mark Hall, Raminator, is 7.760, which means that your winner in the Sky Wheelie competition is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. She held this competition lead until the last competitor yesterday, but she bounces back especially in the second half of Monster Jam. Let's talk to her, Kristen Anderson.
Kristen, I know how much you respect your crew chief, Dustin Lamar, and watching them do this transmission swap in your truck, you had absolutely no stress at all. The trust that you have in your crew chief, but also to the poise you had sitting in your Monster Jam truck. Talk a little bit of the mindset you had. I knew you were going to put it down in this competition, but talk us through what was going through your mind.
Well, you know, I feel like I had to kind of brush off the first half of the event. You know, you can't really let stuff like that get to you. I had it kind of tough in the two-wheel skills competition, and then us losing our transmission in two-wheel really hurt us in that competition. But I have 100% confidence in Dustin Lamar and all the crew guys here at Monster Jam. These guys, they work their tails off. They work very hard. They just swapped a transmission in 15 minutes, and they didn't do it for me. They did it for you guys. So you guys got to give the guys in the back a round of a hand.
They are truly the best in the business, especially here on this series. And Kristen, we have one more competition to go. Monster Jam Freestyle. You already have a victory from last night's event, but as we go into this final competition this afternoon, there's more points for you to pick up. I know how much you want that series championship, so what can we expect from you and the black and green wrecking machine as you try and pick up a victory here today?
Oh, Kim, I'm going to drive as hard as I possibly can out here. We definitely came out here to Monster Jam to have fun, and we're going to have as much fun as we can out here on the floor in the space provided. I think it's going to be an awesome freestyle competition. I'm looking forward to it, and you guys buckle up. It's getting ready to be on the edge of your seats because this is the pinnacle of our event. So I got to ask Colorado Springs, who is ready for Monster Jam Freestyle?
So let's take a look at our BKT overall event leaderboard because we have ourselves a tie at the top. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco with 21 points, and Zach Garner, Wildside with 21 points are tied up. That's been the story of this weekend, but also look out because Kristen Anderson made her way back out in the second half, and now she's gained some ground winning that last competition. She's at 17 points, which puts her at third. Chad Singler overboard is currently at fourth. So those are your top four in the field going into our last competition. They all have a shot to win this competition and win this event. Coming up next, the pinnacle of the sport, Monster Jam Freestyle. Just a reminder, they must complete the first 15 seconds to qualify for a score, so keep that in mind. If you haven't been scoring tonight, now is the time to do so because you will be crowning our overall event champion, and we need your help. Head on over to judgeszone.com as you get ready for Monster Jam Freestyle. It's time for Truckin' Pals Racing Showdown. We have ourselves 3 trucks that are popping up on that big board. So tell me who you think's going to win this thing. It's Truckin' Pals. We have El Toro Loco. If you think El Toro Loco's winning this, make some noise. If you think Gravedigger's winning this thing, let me hear you. Or do you think it'll be Megalodon winning it? Let's hear you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. El Toro Loco taking on Gravedigger, facing off against Megalodon. On your mark, get set, let's go! And they are off. Gravedigger has the early lead. El Toro Loco furthest behind. He actually pulls ahead. Megalodon chomping the teeth. She's not happy. Seeing if they can get it. Gravedigger might be making up some ground. Pulls ahead. And your winner, Gravedigger. Great job, Colorado Springs, and there you have it. That is Truckin' Pals Racing Showdown. We still have more Monster Jam coming up next. Monster Jam Freestyle. Stay tuned.
Now it's time to have all of you fans help us get freestyle started. So I need everyone here in the arena to take out your cell phones and light them up. So let me see everyone here in the arena light up your cell phones. Let me see Monster Jam fans. I want to see all of those phones lit up for me. Awesome job, guys. Now follow my lead and stay to the beat. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going. is time for the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! Freestyle is officially open at judgeszone.com. There is Zach Gardner out of his Monster Jam truck. I can see you fans on your feet, but we need to see you all on your phones, getting that score locked in for Zach Gardner, Wild Side.
Strong start for Zach Gardner, Wild Side. Definitely the biggest air of the afternoon. He went flying on that thing. But will it be enough to hold the lead throughout this competition? He's the first one coming out. And the score for Zach Gardner, Wild Side, is 7.202, getting us started in Monster Jam Freestyle. Joe Dennis, Dragon. Clock is paused at 25 seconds. Going to see if he's able to refire on the track. He is able to refire. Can he keep this thing going? Here he goes.
And that is going to do it. Put your hands together for Joe Dennis, Dragon. Tough break for him there, unable to finish his freestyle run, but he does qualify for a score. So fans, this is where you come in. We need you to get those scores in now at judgeszone.com.
You know, Joe has had a lot to work against. He joined us here late in Arena Championship Series East, filling in for Cody Saucier, who was the driver of Dragon. Has done a great job having to get used to new arenas, a new Monster Jam truck, and the score on the board for Joe with the 4.391. currently second place in the competition as you keep it going in Monster Jam Freestyle. From Monster Jam technician to Monster Jam athlete, Kurt Kramer, Ammunition. 60 seconds pause on the clock, is able to refire, keeping it going to Monster Jam Freestyle. Those scores in for Kurt Kramer, Ammunition. JudgesZone.com is officially open for Ammunition in the freestyle competition. And fans, remember, it is up to you who the final 8 points will go to. So don't delay. Get those scores in now. Kurt Kramer, Ammunition. As I said, making his way from Monster Jam Tech to Monster Jam athlete, driving for Hall Brothers Racing. Been coming on strong here the past few weeks of Monster Jam, getting more comfortable, pulling off an array of moves. And the score on the board for Kurt Kramer with a 5.515. Kurt Kramer, Ammunition, currently in second place. Zach Gardner, Wildside, holds on to that lead. Fans, I am joined by Monster Jam fan Brian. Brian, how you doing this afternoon?
Amazing.
Is this the first time you're here at Monster Jam?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, who are you here with?
My son, my daughter, and my wife.
Well, you're in for a treat because you're going to participate in a game called the Helmet Shuffle. There's going to be 3 helmets up on the board and our overall event championship trophy. Your job, keeping your eye on the prize and figure out which helmet it is. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's spin them around and see where that trophy lands. Oh, man. Okay, Brian, which helmet? Is it 1, 2, or 3 that trophy's under?
1.
Oh, he's saying 1. Colorado Springs, what do you guys think? I'm hearing a lot of 2. Brian, you're hearing 2. Is 1 your final answer?
Yep.
Okay, he's going with 1. Let's take a look at the video board. It is not 1. Brian, let's keep looking. It is not 3. Well, Colorado Springs, you all got it right. It is under 2. But you know what, Brian? For being such a great sport, you're going to go home with both an Earth Shaker and a Monster Mutt Dalmatian for your kids. Congratulations. Great attempt. Let's hear one more time for Brian. currently tied in first place with Wildside. He has a chance to break that tie right now. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Armando Castro, seeing if he's able to take the lead here and hold on to it. Zach Gardner, Wildside, and him are tied at the top spot. Kristen Anderson breathing down their neck. She's at third, so he needs a strong run. And as I said, he's in contention to make sure he gets the series championship, which would be the first one in his career. So, is he able to put a strong run together for us? You hear him firing up. Let's get this thing going. It's Monster Jam Freestyle. And it's Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. It looks like he's going to try it, lining up for the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Can he pull it off?
Get your scores in now for Armando Castro. Remember, fans, there's only a couple of seconds left, so do not delay. Get those scores locked in.
Just letting this man have his moment, man. Let's put that score on the board. The score for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco is... He's flipping and he's on top. 9.711. Your man to beat, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Taking a look at the freestyle competition leaderboard. 9.711 for El Toro Loco. That is going to be a tough score for anyone to overcome. But he pulls off the Morgan and Morgan backflip, breaking the tie with Zach Gardner Wildside, who's currently in second. So Zach is bumped down to second. Rammunition's at third, and Dragon is at 4 with 4 trucks remaining. Been competing since 1988. Mark Hall, Raminator.
time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. You can take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay up on the video board. Again, that code you've been using all day is also up there, COL. Fans, give it up for Mark Hall.
You know, these drivers compete all over the world and all over the U.S., and this man has been competing since 1988. Anytime you're that dedicated to a sport with passion and love, you do a great job, and he always brings it out there on the track. So give a big round of applause for Mark Hall, Raminator. 5.953 is the score for Raminator, which means that Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, is still your leader in this competition. Been competing since 2000, Chad Tingler, Overboard. Seconds pause on the clock for Overboard. Seeing if he's able to refire out there on the track. Get him refired, and he's going to continue his run here in Monster Jam Freestyle.
And that is going to do it for him. But fans, put your hands together for Chad Tingler, Overboard. Still putting down an epic freestyle performance. Remember, fans, the power is in your hands. So you cannot delay because there's only a few more competitors to go. It's the final 8 points on the line. And it's up to you, fans, to decide who it goes to. So don't delay. Get those scores in now.
You know, it seems like the Gremlins have been following Chad Tingler over these past few weeks. It's just something that he's been struggling with, especially in the freestyle runs. It seems like something comes up each and every single time, and he cuts his run short there, but we'll see if that continues throughout the weekend. Of course, Chad, just a strong driver, looking to continue his great runs here, but another one just creeps up on him out there on the track with that 5.110. Colorado Springs, I need everybody to see those Shark Attack one more time. Put those hands together. I see some of y'all doing it. There you go. She's coming out one more time. Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
together for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. It's time to head on over to judgeszone.com because Monster Jam fans, it is up to you. You are the official judges. There is Angelina Knock out of her Monster Jam truck. She needs you all to move that BKT tire to the score you feel she's earned.
Angelina, first-year competitor, and she's just been pulling out new moves as we've been moving on in the series. Also one of the smaller arenas that she's had to perform in, so the fact that she's able to have a strong run out here and even get a competition win is just a testament to her growth and abilities over the series. The score for Angelina Knock, Megalodon, is 6.581. She says, I see. Okay, not too bad. But we still have one competitor remaining. The black and green wrecking machine, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Gravedigger. Fans, this is your final opportunity of the event to have your voices heard. It's all going to come down to this, and it is all up to you. So get those scores in now.
Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, once again was able to make it out into the second half of Monster Jam and had a strong showing, even a competition victory win. The score to beat is 9.711. And the score for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is 8.079, which means that your winner in Monster Jam Freestyle is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. 3 competition victories for him today, but is it enough to take the overall event championship? Let's take a look. Your BKT overall event champion with 8 in JCB Racing, 5 in the Sky Wheelie competition, 8 in the Great Clips 2-wheel skills, 8 in freestyle, with the event total of 29 is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. had himself an event. Just so much fun to watch out there. He's having fun. I think that's the most important thing. You can see it out there. He's been dancing. He's been showing some love to the crowd. We're going to talk to him one more time. Hand him a trophy. Hand him a microphone. The man from Whittier, California, 8-year Monster Jam veteran, and in position to win his first series championship, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Armando, as it presents the overall event championship trophy to you, you are now 24 points ahead of Kristen Anderson Gravedigger for the series championship. You have put down an epic performance this afternoon, and the fans of Colorado Springs were on your side all afternoon long. Talk us through that Morgan and Morgan backflip. Talk us through your mindset sitting in that truck as you waited to see what your fate would be.
You know, it's definitely nerve-wracking sitting in that truck, you know, waiting as all the competitors are coming after you. We knew we had to bring our best to the game in freestyle, and we knew we had to nail that backflip, and that's exactly what we did, man. Colorado Springs, did you guys like that backflip? Make some noise! Oh, yeah. Man, you know, it started from racing. You know, JCB Racing, we took the 8 points there. We took the two-wheel skills. We fell a little short in the Skywheels competition, but we had to crank up the heat here in Colorado Springs with freestyle. I can't thank you guys enough, man. I'm just a young Latino man chasing his dream and living his dream right here. Let me inspire each and every one of you guys to go after your dream just like I did mine. It's an honor to be here, man. Es un honor y orgullo estar aquí. Atrás tu volante el Toro Loco. There's not many of us in this industry, baby, so I'm damn proud to be here and holding this in my hand. I can't thank these two enough, man. Elliot and my boy Dan right here. Without these guys, I wouldn't be out here and do what I do. We're just getting started, baby. Job's not finished. But Colorado, we're gonna enjoy this one. But hey, if you guys enjoyed the Monster Jam today, make some noise, Colorado Springs!
Congratulations to Armando Castro with that victory. He gets an overall event championship and is one step closer to earning that series championship in the automatic bid to Monster Jam World Finals in Los Angeles, California. We'd like to thank you so much for coming out. And if you want to hang out with us more here at Broadmoor Arena, well, we still have 2 events, one tonight and one tomorrow, and we will be crowning our series championship. Please be safe on your way home, and please, on your way out, stop by the merch stands, pick up the latest Monster Truck Spin Master. For myself, I am Ray Varial. That was Kim Cantoni, and that was Monster Jam. We'll see y'all.